What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today in our 49ers franchise. Of course, if you've watched last video, you know it was an amazing game, a hard-fought one. Unfortunately, the Seahawks edged us out, which can be a completely different thing that sometimes you do on the weekend. But the Pro Bowl is up. The Seahawks didn't make it either, but there could be some Seahawks players in the Pro Bowl. There may be some fights, okay? This could be an interesting one. I am recording this slightly before uploading the 49ers video, and you might think that's stupid because we may have had a light goal to play the Pro Bowl, but I'm going to just play the Pro Bowl anyways because I actually really am kind of interested. You know, I haven't touched the Pro Bowl in ages. They finally brought it back. Let's give them a little bit of credit. See if we have any upgrades. Maybe you know, some of the guys in the Pro Bowl. We had about 4 guys there. I promise not to say PB anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name of it anymore. We're gonna play in the blue versus red game. Yeah, it's going to be fun. You know, here it is. Let's see what the view message is. Taylor Bennett. I always ignore this. Congrats, coach. Okay, we're also the coach. I'm looking forward to the game. So what is going to happen? Are we going to coach or are we going to play? Interesting. If you didn't see the Pro Bowl roster, you could see it beforehand. I'm not going to do it here. All right. Kind of weird that we're going to be using our playbook, but let's play in this Pro Bowl and see what happens. It'd be really slick if they only let you use your players. I'm going to see if there's any sort of player lock or anything like that. I think we have Jimmy. We have our fullback. We have Kittle. Jimmy's not going to start. We have Kittle. We have Buckner. Tart, I think. We have a few guys in the Pro Bowl. That's all I can tell you. I promise I wasn't going to say any more. I'm sorry. This could be a little bit of a fun one. You know, if you guys aren't interested in the game, the blue versus red game, we won't do it in the future. But I figured year one, haven't used the red versus blue team in a long time, and this is kind of sick, actually. So here we are in, I would assume, Florida, or no, Hawaii. That's the place. Camping World Stadium. Ooh, things are happening. It's kind of slick. Where's our uniforms? I don't see it. There's one. There's Jimbo. Big old Jimbo Garoppolo. Interesting names. A really big cast of really good names here. I don't know. I mean, it said the AFC was a better roster, but are they really? Jimmy is going to be a beast, okay? Patriots, Tom Brady doesn't look to be starting, which is, Tom Brady probably would not show up to the Pro Bowl, let's be honest. Is that Marcus Trufant? Why? Like, he's not that good. Like, calm down, guys. Jimmy, I don't know why he's pacing back and forth. He had an amazing season. He already has the contract. Just really trying to stay healthy in this game. If we lose a guy to injury, that would really suck. We're not going to allow ourselves to get beat up too much. This is kind of a fun game, but you never know. The intensity could be insane. See Kyle Juszczyk. We also have our kicker, Robbie, kicking it deep. There looks to be Quan Alexander going deep. There's Quan as himself. And Quan almost makes a play. Kyle Juszczyk, there's a huge hit on the play. Robbie with the tackle. Interesting start. Jesus. Maybe it's not a friendly game. Maybe it's a big hitting battle. Patrick Mahomes on the field. A little bit of a cold one. I don't know where the hell we are, but I feel like they wouldn't be playing in the cold. I don't think people are going to be showing up for that. So this is going to be the first and only time, really, that you're going to see really elite pass rush from this team. Buckner's really the only guy that's not even technically an elite pass rusher there. Huge hit by Keanu Neal. Honestly, with the way this one looks, this could be a bloodbath, and it's supposed to be a fun game. You know, people complain, you know, the yearly complaints that it's not intense enough. I think those intense questions are going to be out the window in a minute. And we miss the tackle. Awuzie does not, though. Harrison on the inside, run-stopping beast himself. Can't get it. Kerrigan tries to make up for his mistake, couldn't. Bell slips off. Gets hit by Awuzie yet again. Here's the Pro Bowl offensive line. Ronnie Stanley, Quentin Nelson, Hudson, DeCastro, and Swartz. Receivers, not really that great of a cast. Emmanuel Sanders, Albert Wilson, Eric Ebron. The running backs are pretty decent in fairness. And then obviously you have a very good quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Seems like Kerrigan's in coverage a lot. And lacking of coverage linebackers on the NFC side apparently. Inside, Kerrigan can't make a tackle to save his life, but guess who can? Awuzie with his 3rd straight tackle. Boy, Quan Alexander's in. Maybe that's the way we'll do. We'll make it where we can only use her. That makes sense, actually. Only use her the guys that actually made the Pro Bowl for us. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's do that. Maybe a little player lock. You know, maybe we'll try a little player lock, okay? I'm not a huge fan. You guys probably aren't either. We chase him down. We kind of made a tackle a little bit. Looking at the NFC side, DeForest Buckner is apparently Keanu Neal at this point. Aaron Donald and Lawrence, very good edge. Linebackers, you got Leighton Vander Esch, which is nice. Kerrigan, more of a pass rusher. DBs, though, other than Keanu Neal, not looking great. You know, Colbert's all right, but not looking great elsewhere. Of course, you see Neal and Alexander switch spots. I don't know if they're trolling us or what's the story, but... And DeForest. Good job. Good. The only guy smart enough to notice it was a false start. Unbelievable. That's that Niner mentality, boys. We know the game of football well around here, okay? And we bring him down with Quan Alexander. We're not going to do this at all times, but we're gonna try it on this one. Gonna keep going. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're going to need to make a play early. And wow, what a hit. Both of the 49ers players, unfortunately, slips it in there. Pass rush was really disappointing, and the AFC strikes first with a touchdown to Albert Wilson. Of course, Jimmy Garoppolo, the starting quarterback for the Pro Bowl NFC side. An amazing season, 34 touchdowns, 13 picks, 4,900 yards. Very solid season for Jimmy. Coming off of an injury, definitely proving his worth quickly. Jimmy has his men. You know, he's got some good players. Kittle, obviously, one of them. But, you know, this is going to be a new thing for him. Devontae Adams on the outside. Julio Jones. Golden Tate's very underrated. This is an offense that he better not get used to. Going to go quickly to Devontae, who just one-hands the thing and gets the first down. Hopefully this doesn't ruin our boy Jimmy, because obviously Jimmy Garoppolo, not used to the elitist of receivers, but decent ones. Zeke is going to get a handoff up the middle for a gain of 3. On defense, we'll play as our only, you know, the Niners guys. But on offense, we really don't have much of a choice here. Ali Marpet, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin. This is by far the best offensive line in the Pro Bowl. And the receiving core is night and day. Way better than the AFC side. The real big difference, I believe, is going to be that defense. Defense for the AFC side is a bit better, but offense not even close so far. He's going to strike to his favorite target, George Kittle, for the first down. It's going to be another run to Zeke. Zeke to the outside. Going to have a tough one today, probably, or he's just going to take off and get about, 11 yards. You don't really expect Zeke to just follow the blocks, but he will, and, he doesn't have to break a tackle every time. And here you go, right up the middle. Zeke gets another shot. Ezekiel Elliott can try to run a player over. Can't do it. A huge hit by Earl Thomas. Play action look. Julio could be the main target. Could score a touchdown. It's going to be a pressure. We're going to have to throw this quickly. Julio is out there. He one-hands the thing, and the NFC side scores with style. What a freaking play. End of the first already. Just about. Oh, I'm not finding a player here. There he goes. Colbert. A Colbert what? Good play. Huge hit by Trufant, I believe. Nope, Keanu Neal. Going to go back to the normal camera view in a minute, though. And we helped hold, but Jesus, Damon Harrison got taken for a ride there on the play. Go back to the deep safety. See if we can make a play. I really just want to see our guys make plays. Show the NFL that we are elite. On the other side, Bell slipping a tackle. Bell slipping 2 tackles. Bell is going to score. It's a bit of a high-scoring affair so far. Both teams tackling. Our team tackling a little bit poorly, but theirs actually doing pretty damn well. Looking for somebody open. Gets Golden Tate. Very quick cut move. Gets to the 31-yard line. And there we go with a pressured. No one can stop Calais Campbell with a sack. 3rd and 10. I mean, Jimmy's used to it, but I don't want to see it continue. And that is going to be picked off by Kevin Byard. Not a great read by us in the slightest. Under pressure all game long, though. That's the one difference between the two teams is there's been pressure for us. Not much pressure going the other way, though. This is it's really looking rough. We're even bringing blitzes, and you can see they're just not having troublesome time at all. DeForest Buckner with the tackle. To the outside, Colbert one-on-one with Bell. He's not going to make Colbert miss. Pat Mahomes completely accurate all game long. Underneath, somebody make a tackle. They do bring Bell down, so it's going to be 3. We did play some defense for once. All right, let's see these guys work as a team for once. Maybe block? Quick throw to Julio. Perfect blocking. Julio gets the play, tries to truck over a player, and for the most part does. Earl Thomas. Haven't really given other than an out route, given a shot to Devontae. If he's open, we're going to throw it. He's not. Under pressure, gets it to Elliott. Definitely aiming for tape, but just don't tell anybody. Nobody needs to know, okay? As far as I'm concerned, that was a really good throw to the outside. Julio gets the jump ball and brings it down. I'm really worried about, Jimmy Garoppolo calling for some trades. Jimmy's going to want Julio and all these guys on his team, unfortunately, and we're going to have to pay the bill. Really good blocking. Zeke is going to gain about 6. Julio could be that man. Looks like that man to me. It's a perfect throw. It looked like he could have had that. Kittle on the slant is incoverable here. There's not a chance you're covering Kittle on that play. We know that man too well. There's no way he's not getting that first down. Julio could be the man. Nope, it's going to be Devontae, who's just absolutely crushing on that out route. Going against Desire. Definitely not deserving of a Pro Bowl spot. I'm sorry. It's not a blitz. Julio Jones is open, though, and he will score the second touchdown of the game. Julio having a game. Doing well. Not much you can do about it. Defense actually kind of holds, and it's going to be a punt, so our ball on the other end. See what the offense can do with 2 minutes left. Zeke is going to find some room. Zeke 1 to beat, 2 to beat, really. Guy was behind him, kind of caught up. Kittle wide open down the middle. Kittle's got speed, obviously. Down to the 38. Julio and Kittle have been really the two main guys here. Zeke on the inside. Gets the first down. Driving down really nicely, just methodically. Julio Jones could score his 3rd touchdown. And I think he will. Julio Jones catches the one-hander for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Absolutely showing why he's the very most deserving player as the highest receiver in the league. Of course, free rush. Jimmy Garoppolo barely gets it off. And Julio just dimes it. Devontae's probably getting a little mad because obviously Devontae was very open too. He would have actually probably scored as well. Would have caught that edge and just outran him. I mean, this is just ridiculous. So after the first half, I have a collection of 2 thumbnail potential candidates from our guy, Julio Jones. At least Jimmy Garoppolo's having a game, right? Oh, for sure. Tate. Not a great throw, but in fairness, Tate, even though it was a decent route, was actually covered pretty well. So that is going to be a punt. Other side, Andy Reid's the coach. So to be out, quote-unquote, coaching him right now is pretty impressive. Definitely a win for ourselves. And they're showing that they can make some crazy catches, too. Unfortunately, it was Edelman, of all the people in the world, to do it. Their receiving core is pretty damn weak. I don't know if there's some injuries and, there's just some guys that just didn't show up. But it's not a great receiving core in the slightest. They're going to run a blitz. Or we're going to run a blitz. They're going to run a freaking dive. And, unfortunately, wrong side. So there's been some substitutions. D4 has been subbed in. Quan has been subbed in. Byron Jones has been subbed in. And I believe Trufon's been moved up the roster a little bit. Good job by Buckner, but unfortunately the first miss off the edge will result in a first down. And on the offensive side, Michael Thomas has been subbed in. Barkley has been subbed in as the 3rd down and power back. And I believe Ertz is now the number 2 at tight end. We can't switch their side. What a tackle by Kerrigan. Unbelievable stuff. And quarterback-wise, there's actually only 2 on the roster. Eli Manning's there for a potential injury. And ironically, it appears Russell Wilson has refused to play. I don't know what the story is there, but it's going to be the Jimmy Garoppolo story unless he unfortunately gets hurt and then Eli comes in. But, Eli was really just a last-second reserve. He's a veteran. He knows what to do and all that. So, it's going to be the Jimmy Garoppolo show, and then obviously the rest of the guys for the most part. Quan Alexander trying to make a play. Aaron Donald just basically grabs him by the back with one arm and just kind of pushes him down. Real soft-like, even though he puts so much power into it. It just seems like it was effortless, though. Screenplay. And, of course, Quan, expert at that all season long, sniffs it out. They will get a chance at a field goal to take this down by 1. It's going to be a 1 possession. Well, it's been a 1 possession, but an easier 1 possession, so they can get a field goal lead. And speaking of Saquon, here he goes. Saquon to the outside. Saquon slipping underneath. The first run for Saquon could be a touchdown. Desir has been fast, but not fast enough. Saquon touches the ball once and shows him he's the best NFC East running back. 74-yard touch for Mr. Saquon Barkley. Going to be trying to lock up in man coverage. You can see it's a 3rd and 9 now. Down by 8. They obviously need this pretty big. I wonder if you get XP for the Pro Bowl, actually. Underneath. And unfortunately, Kerrigan is not that guy. And Le'Veon Bell has been probably their best receiver on the day. 7 for 40 with a touchdown to show for. Going to bring Kerrigan on the blitz. Kind of what he should be doing all game long. Going to try to do that a little bit more often. They're going to get the run, though. Good play by Leighton Vander Esch on the play. Been a pretty decent Pro Bowl, actually. Can't lie. It's been pretty good. Not mad one bit with the way this has turned out. Edelman, Quan could probably cover him. Kerrigan, man, he's actually shown up as such a beast hybrid player. Somehow, some way, covers Eric Ebron one-on-one in man coverage. What a freak. Quan has a big challenge over the middle, especially with the blitz. Going to be an underneath throw. Le'Veon Bell, of course, making the first man miss. Cannot truck through Leighton Vander Esch, obviously. It's a 4th and 5. I would actually debate going for it if I'm Andy Reid here. Unfortunately, he does not agree. Inside, Michael Thomas is going to get his first reception of the Pro Bowl. Gets himself a nice 8-yard gain. Kittle could be the look. Kittle is the look. Fortunately, with pressure, it's going to be a missed throw. Pretty much just chucked it up there. I knew it was going to be an inaccurate throw, so I just made sure that if it was going to be inaccurate, that it was going to be deep. And we were getting ready to throw Devontae. Had the running back underneath, but for the most part, really wasn't that open, and they're going to get another chance. Good defense. All right, D Ford getting his chance. He's going against a really good tackle. Our guy's really not known to do that well. And he's now working a double team outside, and Byron's all over it, but lets Emmanuel Sanders go for the first down. We're going to use your Colbert on that other side going against Ebron. All over him. Perfect coverage. It's going to be a sack by Aaron Donald. Quan Alexander all over it as well. Aaron Donald, 3 sacks in the game. On our side, Golden Tate really. Maybe Devontae's only had a couple of plays, but Devontae has run some routes that has allowed some of his teammates to get wide open this game. This is the Pro Bowl, not the Super Bowl, so leave that ball running, wasting the clock business at the door. Under pressure, and he just chucks one up. Like, there's just no blocking at this point in time. I can give it to the AFC side just to throw the rules to the wind. Just bringing the blitzes 24/7 here. And you can tell they want to win. Michael Thomas burns the defense. Seems like wherever someone's open, number 35 isn't far behind. Quick throw inside, and Thomas got more room. Yeah, I think number 35 is a bit of a fluke here. Some injuries or something. Play action look. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Oh, what a throw. Dime of a throw. We kind of ran a little shaky there on the route, but really good throw. I'm not seeing Devontae Adams much here, though, which is unfortunate. Under pressure again. That could be picked. Almost caught by Kittle, trying to bail his quarterback out. What a freaking beast. Got to give number 35 some freaking credit. Drop the ball to Michael Thomas dropping the ball. Okay, Robbie. Might be time to call upon my man, my boy Robbie Gould. Good old Robbie Gould. Looks like a perfect kick. Is the wind going to cause problems? It unfortunately will. It's going to doink off the crossbar. The old man himself, accurate as it gets, but the wind in this this cold, chilly stadium is going to be too much for the man, and it's going to be missed, which, causes another close situation. Almost slipped it out last second. It's going to be a run play up the middle, and it's not a bad call in the slightest. It is a fumble, though. Leighton Vander Esch recovers, and Le'Veon Bell just coughs up a very good chance for the AFC to score. They're really coming with the pressure. Unbelievable. Right up the middle. Jesus, could you not, Jamal? They've got some safeties, though. Trying to get the ball to as many new faces as we can. Devontae on the slants are just so deadly. You might have to just chuck this one up. Julio Jones one-on-one, and Julio does drop it, unfortunately. What a damn play. Good throw under pressure again, Can't be mad. All right, Bosher, I believe in you. I think you just had a bad punt. You're like, we're actually punting in the Pro Bowl, and that's a really good punt. It's going to be at the 20, but gosh damn, that's beautiful. It's obviously a very clutch drive. See what they can do with it. And Emmanuel Sanders burns Awuzie on the outside. Now they're down to the 50. Things are starting to get a little heated here. To the outside, Le'Veon Bell torches his man, and he's got room to go. Kerrigan down the field. Colbert helps to the 13-yard line. Quan trying to end the game. They almost end the game, but, almost with a tie there. 40 seconds left. We're going to use Buckner on the defensive line. D Ford and Quan are both out of the game at this point in time. Can't get through. Over the middle is open. He's not going to take it. He's going to take the throw short to the sideline to the 10. All right, here comes Quan. 4th and 8. If they get the first down or the touchdown, the game could be won. Wide open. And that's Emmanuel Sanders' fault. Unfortunately for the AFC side, the game will be lost on what should have been an easy touchdown. It wasn't, of course. Once again, this is the Pro Bowl, not the Super Bowl. Taking a shot deep and a little pushing and shoving there. It's fine, though. In my opinion, it just would not be a fun Pro Bowl without a Hail Mary attempt. Stepping up perfectly, actually getting a bit of chunk on that, and it's going to be dropped. That is the official 2019 Pro Bowl result, a 28-20 victory for the NFC side. AFC side really just never got it going on offense. I'm going to say there's a lot to do with the play calling. It was a bit iffy. The decision making was iffy. I don't know. I didn't think it was a great game from the offensive side of the AFC. Just did not really look to be their best performance. I think they could have done so much better. The stat line from that game: 212 yards for us, 261 for them, rushing 148 for us, 102 for them. Looking at it, other than the yards per play, a very similar yardage situation. And of course, that's going to be the conclusion of that. Take a little bit more of an in-depth look. Jimmy Garoppolo, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Obviously under way more pressure. It's just we got the ball off a little bit quicker than Pat Mahomes did. Barkley and Elliott split the carries. Didn't run too much. We weren't, once again, we're not trying to win a ring. We're trying to show the fans some fun, have some fun, show them what kind of firepower we're used to. Aaron Donald with 3 sacks, unbelievable performance. DeForest Buckner with 1, pick total 1. Kevin Byard, Robbie missed the kick, but of course the wind took it. The accuracy was on point. And that's that. Let me know if you guys did enjoy that. Maybe we can do it every season, especially with, later on when there's going to be more rookies in. Maybe we'll see some new names. Who knows? I think if Jimmy's not in there, maybe we won't. But overall, that was a pretty fun experience for me. The season is finally wrapped up. There are some negotiations. We will deal with that on stream. Once again, if you want to see a stream of the offseason, 200 likes will do it. I'm not sure when we would stream, though. Maybe Saturday night. I really don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe, like the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. The storylines could get crazier. And obviously, we're still chasing a Super Bowl ring and the revenge on the Seahawks. We have yet to catch it. It's going to be a fun one. Season 2 coming up soon. Hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.